Easter flower arrangements at God's Garden Treasures Florist. Tom Fergus is out there for us. And lilies have to be a big one. Hey, what do you have there?
Yeah, isn't this the best? Like, I could hang out here and just have, I'd love to just have this be like a wreath around me as I walked around all day, like, because it smells so great. But yeah, I'm with Karen Crawford. She's the gal in charge here. So what's the name of your store again?
God's Garden Treasures.
So who'd you name it after?
Well, my spiritual life's been important. He gave us all the flowers. He should get some credit. And it's actually Karen.
Yeah. Oh, is it
yes,
Karen? Okay.
Yes.
So we've been hanging out for the past half hour, and now she tells me. Okay, whatever, Karen, whatever. Hey, so I love the story behind your family has always been into nature and plants.
Yes. My grandfather was the director of the Arboretum at the University of Wisconsin.
How about that?
And
You don't
still
say
has
there.
a lilac garden named after him, the Longenecker Garden. So I have a lilac legacy, and we let people know when lilacs are available. And
that's so cool.
My dad's a landscape architect and started the West Virginia Botanic Garden, and so here I am with beautiful flowers and plants.
Yeah, and you've been doing it for a while, haven't you, Karen?
17 years.
17 years, so you know what you're doing. Well, let's give everybody at home a little lesson. Easter's coming up. They can make something very simply.
Right. So why don't you hand me those red tulips there?
I love
kind of
tulips.
like you might find them at the store, and
There
we
you
can
go.
use some of those orange ones too.
Okay.
So I typically,
So now I would
obviously-
not jump in on put orange with the red, but you're making this work.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the color wheel. You know,
Okay.
these colors are at the same.
Sure, I
part of the
gotcha.
color
Okay.
wheel.
Yeah, there you go.
So what I'm going to do is, you've got vases at home, and as long as you have something that's a little bigger and circular, you can cut them a little shorter.
And the one thing I like
Tulips
about-
are flexible, so
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
can actually gently place them
Bend it
into
in
the,
there.
bend it in there.
You know, the
And
one
if
thing I
they
like
break,
about
that's okay.
the thrifty stores, you can find vases all the time for next to nothing.
Yes.
And I mean, there's just whole rows of them, so you can get a cheap vase for like just a couple bucks.
Yep, and you can upcycle, and we actually have a vase recycling program as well, where clients can, actually last week we delivered flowers and they gave us 2 boxes, and so then we gave them flower credit for the next time.
I'm just going to keep cutting
Oh,
and I'm going to
great.
keep handing them
Thank
to you,
you.
okay? Yeah, I know
Awesome.
how to use scissors. There you go, as long as I keep my thumb out of there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, no bleeding.
And so the idea that you're going with here is to just kind of start wrapping them around instead of
Right.
just sticking them in there like you might normally would with a bunch of
Is
flowers.
to do something a little unique and different. Growing up with really unusual plants and flowers, I love to have that unique touch. And this way it kind of shows you go above and beyond when you do something a little different.
If you make a little bit of an effort, it really shows. And this is never, I don't think anyone, if you show up at someone's house with this kind of stuff, I don't think anyone is going to see it. They're going to think you got it at a store.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to take off the foliage. And sometimes tulips come because they grow up through the soil, they come really dirty. So you sometimes have to wash them off.
Give them a little bit of a rinse, huh?
Yep. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna
very
pop
cool.
these.
Hey, what's your website? So if people want to get a hold of you and get some flowers delivered, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, it's godsgardentreasures.com, or just Google God's Garden Treasures.
There you go, 17
We deliver
years.
all over the valley.
Yeah,
So
that's the one nice thing. So we're near Broadway and the I-10, and so she can get on the 60, get on I-10. She delivers all over the valley, so you can get that going. I love the whole rotation. The other thing I want to point out real quick, you guys, is Karen has unique flowers as well. Tell everybody about these. These are great.
Yeah, these are Ranunculus. They're very trending right now, and you can see that some of them are really very full, and some of them are more what we call singles with just a few petals, super roughly. And the other thing to know about flowers is with their bent necks, that's not necessarily means they're dying. It just means they wanted to grow that way, and they'll move around.
Yeah, they're fat and happy. They're kind
And
of
then
just...
these beautiful double tulips, you don't always find those at the grocery store. So we're always carrying things that you just don't see every day.
This is beautiful. Look at these double tulips. Very cool. Why do they call them double tulips?
Because there's twice as many petals if you look at them compared to these.
Gotcha. Oh, write that down, you guys. Order the double tulips. Yeah. We have more. She's got some stuff. If you own a business and you want to send out some flowers, she's got some great ideas for that, too. We'll have more coming up in a little while, you guys.
I love it. All right. Great job. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Welcome back. Tom Fergus is live at God's Garden Treasures Florist. There's nothing better that you can receive than some fresh florals, Tommy. I bet it smells amazing in there.
Yeah, it does smell amazing, and there is one thing better, maybe an Italian beef lunch, that for me at least, but no, flowers are great. Again, I'm with Karen Crawford. Karen, I love the setup that you have, and I like that you keep things simple. Let's walk people through some of these bouquets that you put together.
Sure. So this one is a more artistic. Some people love that artistry and have like movement.
Let's teach everybody the trick to this flower.
Yeah,
because
so
these
the
can be a
lilies,
mess.
big on Easter, whether you get them in a plant or cut stems, this is just a mess. It makes your hand yellow, it drops on your table. So if you just gently pull them off.
Pull them off.
And then if you watch to when the flowers are first opening, the stamen doesn't have the pollen on it yet.
Oh, so you don't get it all over your fingers.
Yeah, so you can catch it before it comes, and you just gently tug and they just come right off.
Yeah, you get flowers from all over the world.
We do. These are roses from Ecuador, straight from the grower, and we love supporting that local business.
Yes.
And love the varieties they bring that are
Beautiful.
unusual and that you don't find in the grocery stores.
Let's talk about Easter and keeping it simple. Look at how simple this is. It doesn't have to be crazy full of flowers.
Right.
This is so basic, but it's so beautiful.
And you could, if you've got a lemon tree, you could put lemons in the center or just leave it open.
Yeah.
If you have a low bowl like this where they don't really fit down in,
Yeah.
you can use rocks to hold the tulips in place.
Then go
how
out in
you
your
want
front
them.
yard, grab a bunch of stones.
Yep. And then you were talking about how you love the.
Oh, look at this one, you guys. Celeste, you're going to love this. Look what she did with the extra stems. It looks like a trellis.
So this is a modern rose arrangement going out today, and he told me she's modern and she loves black and he wants red roses. So this
Yeah.
is what we put together for
I
him.
like how, so here's the roses that she cut short. She took the stems and stretched them across. So it looks like a trellis.
Yeah.
Karen, that is really
Little
cool.
bit of recycling.
Yeah. Take everybody back here and explain. You do a subscription
Right.
for people, and these are some for like office buildings you were explaining to me.
Right. So we have a couple of clients that are salons that are going out, and they have, you know, the bigger arrangement at the front desk and then smaller arrangements at the stations.
Yeah.
And we pick them up every week and bring new ones. And so every week it's a different look.
Yeah, same thing here. You put a
Yep.
big one at the front desk, put this one
These
over
are
there.
actually for a home.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. Kitchen, dining table, little piano.
Yeah.
Very bougie, all white.
Yeah.
Always all white for them. Or if you have drama in a big space, we can bring a branch of a vase of blooming branches. These are cherry blossoms
There
that
you
came
go.
in.
Karen, let everybody know where they can get a hold of you.
Yes, we're at godsgardentreasures.com, and we deliver all over the valley, and all of our other contact information is there as well.
There you go. I love the subscription. So if you have birthdays throughout the year, you get a subscription, they'll make sure they get them to you guys. Back to you.